think a couple points Pam wanted me to mention about just kind of divinely how the thing works is each and every one's different. If it's a hot day, the ashes will really go way up high. They change shapes. If it's cool, like it is this morning, they'll hug the ground. If you're near the trees and there's any light at all, you'll typically get huge rays of light through them. And it's been particularly special to be with the families and hear what they say, what they see in saying goodbye. So it's pretty cool.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If somebody like wanted to put confetti in with the ashes, or
it works. I mean, one of the neatest things that we like to do in the wilderness, or here perhaps they could in an area, is we put the local wildflower seeds in. You don't see them going out, but it kind of leaves a natural spot to come back in the spring and see a bunch of wildflowers coming up where their loved one said goodbye. I've done a few military services, and we put red, white, and blue glitter in, and it was pretty terrific. Although I'm just a fan of natural, but the wildflower seeds is really nice for sure. There's been 2 occasions where Mother Nature shifted on us, and I gotta tell you how terrible I felt, but I was wrong, because the lady who was scattering her mom and dad was in tears that the ashes came back and kissed her, and I was missing the mark, you know. So most of you know, particularly our professionals here, that the ashes remains are calcium in nature, and they've been pretty well, what's the right term?
process.
Heat. Yeah, there's no there's nothing alive in there, or something like that. So I just really thank you for sharing what you saw and letting people know there's a great way. It's very mobile. We can take it wherever, and for the industry professionals, there's also an opportunity not only to help them say goodbye, but for you guys to capitalize in that service of offering it. And you know, Pam is amazing, and Sarah Lee.
So is this something that will be only ran by you guys as the service, or is this something that you will be able to hand off to families so they can go to like a family ranch somewhere far away?
I'm going to defer that to my partner.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been working through those ideas of how it'll be utilized, and actually we had a family recently rent the machine from us and take it to a special location. We've gone to people's farms, and we did one in Cuna along a creek on a family's ranch, and so we're open to accommodate whatever the family's needs are, as well as come alongside of cemeteries and funeral homes to meet whatever their needs are. So our idea was that this would be a franchise opportunity, that it'll be located in, you know, every area in the United States would have, you know, something like this. It could either be owned and managed by a funeral home, or it could be an independent firm like what we have here with Pam and Sarah Lee and Conrad. So yeah, the only thing I would like to add is note that there's no footprint, and that's become a real big issue with scattering. When you go online, you start researching scattering, one of the things they talk about is you know, stay away from trails, stay away from water by 100 feet, and they have all these different rules. All those rules were based on people throwing ashes out and then clumping on the ground and leaving a footprint. But with this, we're changing things, and we're having conversations with you know, our government and leaders to allow this type of scattering, you know, anywhere in open space. So
we had a scattering in Hawaii, and I told the customer, you need to get permission. He did. He went to downtown Honolulu and got with the EPA and showed him the video, and they just said, wow, we wish everyone would do this. Yes, you can do it where they wanted to do it, at this touristy site. It was looking over a part of the island. Dad, it was near the Pulley. It was near the Pulley. It was this beautiful site. And I had no idea what was going on because I couldn't travel to Hawaii to be there. I wanted to. I would have been a bag carrier, right? And I saw this video, you guys, and there was like 40 people there. And the wind was blowing rather strong, and the ashes went out, and then they went out about as long as you saw them go there, but then they started climbing up, and people were in tears and hugging each other, and I'm crying. You know, I'm like, I did it.
And that's actually on our website. That video is on the website.
People happy, and they still write me a Christmas card, and it's really great. So you use it. You don't say they're here. They're here. Your loved one is here. So wherever that spot may be, where they choose to be. Pardon me?
Jim and Scott, a question for you. With the cremains placed in the unit and it's run, is there any residue, anything that's left over the
Yes.
larger section?
There's a powdery amount. There's just a fine powdery amount. That's why I got this.
Yeah. Okay.
The inside of the urn, in fact, we can open one up for you. The inside of the urn has basically it looks like a funnel coming down into the tube where the ashes will be drawn through, and that funnel is waxed before we put ashes in it. So it's so slippery that the residue is very slight, and it's wiped up with a rag like Scotty's holding there.
Rubber mount it on purpose so the vibration naturally pulls them down. And then I'm a pilot, and I invented it. Was like, I understand high pressure and low pressure, so it's not just forced air, it's suction, it's gravity. It's pretty cool.
Very nice.
How it works. There's only one moving part. It's just the on-off.
Did you have a question? Or? No. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Or
I don't have any questions. I just have a statement. Phenomenal. I think this is a great way for families to be able to do this. I'm excited to show this to my parents. We have a place up in the mountains.
Right on.
And I think that my parents would love to be there, even though my dad said that he wants to be buried in this cemetery because he used to ride his motorcycle on these grounds.
oh wow.
But I still want to show it to them and see what they think. Maybe it's here, but maybe it might be
Nice.
at our place in the mountains. So
Great.
thank you guys for sharing it.
Well, our biggest
Thank you.
go ahead.
Do you allow 2 locations? Is that kind of something that
Yeah,
some
we
people
can
choose?
do whatever people want. We
Yeah.
can blend ashes with their pets. We've had that request. You know, we can put ashes of a couple together if they want to go that
We've
way.
done 2. The last one we talked about, we had 2 urns, 30 degrees at each other, and about where you're standing, they were hitting about 10 feet up in the air and commingling and just going out. It was really terrific.
Yep. So yeah, it can be.
And we
cool,
can
very
we
creative.
can wrap the urn. We could make an urn that looked like Cloverdale funeral homes on the outside. We can do a lot of things.
So our biggest challenge right now is public education. Let people know that this is something that's available to them. And so I want to thank you all for being here this morning and participating and seeing it with your own eyes. And if you'd help us spread the word, we'd greatly appreciate it.
And don't give up, because this is amazing.
Thank you.
It's going to take off. Just give it a little more time.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. Good word. So with that, I'd like to thank Scotty for inventing it. Thank you, Pam, for putting on the coffee social.
Yeah, so everybody grab coffee before you go.
And donuts.
And donuts, because we don't want leftovers, so
We
take
don't
one
want
to
the
go.
temptation of eating them all ourselves.
Yeah.